We on?
We live.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
We back in the building
Back in the building
for this week's episode of Shenanigans.
Yeah, sir. What's going on, man? How was your week, man?
Hey man, week was good, man. We a week outside of Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. What you think about it?
Man, I'm happy to see Kansas City finally lose, man.
Hey, man, I knew it was gonna happen, man. Hey, shout out to Ricky, man. Ricky came over here, and I kind of figured KC was barely winning all year long, man. They was barely winning all year long, and KC, man. I mean, Eagles. They got some bulls on that team, man. They got some bulls and some dogs. I just couldn't see it happening again. So, I'm not a betting man, but if I was a betting man, I definitely would have bet on Philly.
Yeah, they ran.
But Ross joint was clinging. Shout out to Ricky, man. Ricky made some money. I'm gonna see if I can borrow like $100 from him or something. Oh yeah, he cleaned up, man. Shouts out to Ricky Rose. He cleaned up on that joint. I know he did. I hope everybody came through, because there's a lot of bloods be pump faking when they making them bets. They don't be paying on time though.
I have to check Ricky out, man. See if I can borrow 20. I don't need 100. Yeah. I just need 20.
He said, "Nah, I need 100. I need 100."
But nah, man, I enjoyed the game because I was rooting for the Eagles anyway, man, because I wanted to see Hurts and I wanted to see Hurts and Saquon, man, get a ring. The Giants, you know what I mean, my team, we did Saquon dirty.
Yeah.
So I definitely wanted to see him. Definitely wanted to see him get a ring.
But do you think it was about Saquon, or do you think it was about the running backs, period, the running back position, period?
I mean, it was definitely about the running back position, period. However, for that team, you know what I mean, you saw what he did for you when your quarterback went down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, he was a triple threat in that sense. So, you know what I mean, why not hold on to this man? So, you didn't want to pay him the 40 for 3 years. You paid this fucking bum quarterback 40 a year.
Yeah. And then let him go.
You benched him and then let him go. Come on. It don't make sense.
God damn.
It don't make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I was happy to see him get a ring, man. He deserved.
Shout out to them brothers, man.
He deserved.
Word. Shout out to them brothers. They
happy to see KC fall. What you think about the halftime show?
Oh man, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like K Dot. Shout out to our Prez. Prez don't like K Dot. He says K Dot. I don't know if he said he was trash, but he definitely doesn't. He's not in his higher group of entertainers out there. Yeah, but I think, like, I didn't get everything that I'm getting now from everybody breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? They breaking it down. They showing you the meaning of everything. But you know, it was cool to me, man. I like seeing brothers take shots at Drake. I'm a Drake fan. You know, I think he makes good music. I bump it on my bike. Shout out to Easy Customs. Go see Easy Customs if you want your bike to bump. But shout out Drake, man. I'm a Drake fan, so I didn't want to see him go down like that, man, with no response. But I enjoyed the show, man.
Yeah, it's a bad look for Drake.
Yeah.
Bad look.
It's a bad look, man. But you know, it's a rap battle, man. He lost the rap, and if you watch that last interview with on Shannon Sharp on Shay with Gilly, you know, I'm with Gilly, man. How can you be mad and you own a jet? How can you be mad and you're a multi-millionaire 100 times over?
Because it could still be shit still affecting your bottom dollar.
How long you gonna be mad though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How long you gonna be mad when you can change the weather? When you can go any place and buy anything that you know that you want, that has a price tag on it. You know, I understand the rap game is.
You can go anywhere and buy anything with no price tag.
Yeah, man, come on, that's Drizzy, man, and that's Kendrick, man. There's always gonna be somebody a little a little suaver than you with the words, man. But you know, he won that. His production was better. You know, Mustard killed it with that. You know, a lot of that shit has to do with Mustard though. 'Cause that beat was bananas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That beat was bananas, man. But you know, he did his thing, man. And shout out to him, man. Shout out to Serena coming through, crip walking. They on her head.
They on her ass.
Oh man.
They on her ass. How you gonna be out here crip walking for the culture and then going home to goddamn
Yeah.
Barney Fife?
Yeah, and they talking about, man, she's still worried about Drake and all this other shit, and man, she ain't worried about that nigga owns what he Reddit? He on Reddit or something like that?
The husband?
Yeah.
I don't know if he still does or if he did, but I mean he's a millionaire or billionaire himself.
Now, he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a billionaire, man. You know, if you're a billionaire, you can give every family in the United States of America $1 million. So you think I'm worried about something like that, man?
And still be a millionaire.
What? It's certain things at my age, man. I'm just not affected by it no more, man. I'm not affected by that shit no more, man. Not at all. Not at all. Hey, shout out to my brother-in-law Eddie and my sister Laura. My sister Lori, she might not be listening, but hopefully my brother-in-law Eddie's checking us out, man. Shout out to Eddie. Shout out to Columbia, South Carolina, and all his friends that invited me over their house. We had a good time, and let them know I'll be back. Hey, Eddie, let them know I'll be back. Word. Word.
Yeah, I didn't get all the symbolism that they were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, I said I was gonna watch it again after people breaking it down, but yeah, I still have not done that.
Yeah, now I seen that bump because I'm on Instagram, so I watch all them breaking it down. Now I'm seeing all the new stuff on there, man, and how they broke it down, and it's a lot, man. It's a lot that if Kendrick designed all that stuff himself, man, shouts out to him, man, because it's a whole lot on that video that they're breaking down, they're picking out of it. It's a whole lot, man.
Do you think it's all shit that he was really trying to get through, or people just making shit up?
Nah, I'm sure he had a team, and I'm sure people are picking stuff out, man. They picking stuff. It's just just like when people say you can't say good morning no more, and just tearing the words apart, grand rising and all that stuff. So people picking stuff, but anything to accentuate and help out black pride, I'm with. You know what I mean? Anything.
I missed the good morning conversation. We ain't supposed to say good morning no more?
Nah, man. You're supposed to say grand rising.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I ain't saying you're supposed to say it, but a lot of people are grand rising because good morning is it has a alternative meaning according to certain people.
Like picnic.
Yeah, pickaninny. Pickaninny. You know what I mean? And that word is it's wild because I'm obsessed with the Jamaican culture. I love Jamaica. If I had an accent that I would like to have, it would be the Jamaican accent, to speak in patois.
It's funny.
Man.
Give me a British accent.
Nah, I like that Jamaican joints. When they tell you, hey, a picnic. How many picnic you have? I be like, what? How many what? Nah, man, that shit is the bomb, man. When they speaking to my man and you hear them, like when I go to Jamaica, man, you can't tell me I'm not Jamaican. Word. I be speaking to them jokers, they don't even understand what I'm saying. I be trying my best though. But yeah, patois be my shit. If I had to have another accent, I would pick a Jamaican joint. You want the British joint? You want to be 007?
Yeah, give me that British. Goddamn women going crazy for Idris.
Yeah, Idris.
Give me that British damn accent.
Your man on, what's your man on Snowfall?
Damson.
Yeah, Damson. Is Damson Idris or something like that? Yeah. Alright.
Give me the British joint.
Alright. That's it, man. What you think about these? I know you said you had something you want to holler at give us, but what do you think about these people talking about boycotting, man?
Well, like
and we'll just say boycotting. Yeah, Target and Walmart and all that. What's your feeling on boycotting, man? Man. What's your feeling on boycott?
I think I just went to Target the other day. Shit. I think the DEI conversation is bigger than what people make it out to be. Like, people like to focus on DEI as primarily, like, I think from our perspective, and when I say our, you know what I mean? I mean like black people. And then, and I would break it down even further to people that primarily get their information from social media and stuff, right? So people be like, automatically when they think DEI, they thinking black people or black women. They don't realize how much stuff DEI actually covers. I don't think that these businesses weren't abiding by inclusion, you know, prior to the country jumping on this DEI bandwagon. And I don't think they'll stop, you know what I mean, after removing DEI executives from their companies, you know what I mean? So, you know, all I have to say, do I think we should be boycotting because these companies have gotten rid of their DEI programs? No. Now, if these companies turn around and say, all right, I'm firing all you niggas, then that's something different, you know what I mean? When we boycotted, you know what I mean? When I say we, I'm talking about our people. When we boycotted because we were completely excluded. There's no complete exclusion of black. Target is still selling how many black products? There are still a lot of black entrepreneurs that are making money by having their products sold in Target. You know what I mean? So to be like, oh, we're gonna boycott because they don't have a DEI program anymore, I think it's stupid.
Yeah. For me, I think first and foremost, I think boycotting is when you have when you choose when somebody's pushed you that far, right, to the point of you trying to boycott. To me, you've been pushed to a limit, right, where you're like, man, F this place, like fuck this place. And I think when you get to a point where you're saying fuck this place or F this place, you have to mean it. Because if you're saying fuck this place, but you're giving a date where you're gonna say, I'm not gonna fuck this place no more, meaning let's boycott Target for 30 days. Let's boycott Target for a month or 2 months. Like when they had that situation with Gucci where T.I. came out and was like, we not shopping there for 3 months. You're not really affecting their bottom line with a 3-month thing. So I'm saying the word boycott, if it's used by black folks, I think that we need to use it in a permanent manner. If they pushed you to the point where you say let's boycott, then let's not go there no more, never ever again. You know what I'm saying? I understand if you can't say let's boycott all grocery stores because we don't have enough grocery stores to feed black America. So that's not what I'm talking about.
Right, but do you do it indefinitely or do you do it?
No, you do it indefinitely because no changes can be made. Because what do you want the person to say? Because what if I'm what? And this is my own ignorant opinion, man. My own ignorant opinion. Shout out to our 9 listeners. My own ignorant opinion. If I'm a person that's not of African descent and I own a restaurant or whatever I own, and I offend you, right? And you say I'm gonna boycott your restaurant, and you're my primary customers, and all I got to do is say I'm sorry, and you come back. Has that changed? Has my views changed? My views haven't changed, and my views aren't gonna change. I'm gonna be like, I'm just not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna make sure my mic's not turned on. I'm gonna make sure that nobody has cameras on around. I'm gonna make sure that nobody's phone. Hey, all y'all leave y'all phones outside this office before y'all come in the meeting, and nothing's gonna change about my feelings. And you'll be back in 30 days.
That's that shit they did at the fish market.
Yeah, and you know what happened in 30 days? All the food that you didn't buy, I'm gonna discount it, and I'm gonna feed y'all anyway. I'm gonna feed y'all that old shit. This is just my opinion. So I think boycott needs to be looked at in a strong. I have no problem with, I'm not going there, whatever. When you use the word boycott, I think that you need to stop going there because we have other options. If there was no other options, then I understand. But using the word boycott, because I think they're trying to put Walmart in it as well. Mm-hmm. At Walmart, Amazon, all these places. You can't do it to all of them because we have to shop somewhere. And shout out to my man. What's my man's name? Worked out of West Falls, Maurice. He's a Muslim cat, man. Real good dude, man. He has his own. Him and his brother, his wife. They own a joint, I think it's in Largo area somewhere, but he has his own store where all his stuff is homegrown, home fed, all the meats. Muslim cat, of course, there's no pork in there. We has chicken. Maurice, I forgot his last name. I'm gonna look it up, and y'all hear it on the next episode. Y'all gotta stand by and stand for the next episode. But I'm gonna shout him out. He has his Instagram page, but he has his own store. You know what I mean? But his store, can he feed? Does he have enough inventory to feed Black America?
Right.
I don't believe so. I'm not going to say he doesn't, but I don't believe he does. Can he feed a few families before running out of inventory? Yes. But can he feed a Target or a Walmart amount of people? I don't think so. But maybe he does. Hopefully he does, but I don't think he does. You know what I'm saying?
The purpose of a boycott is to affect change. Right?
Yeah,
that's the purpose of it.
If you want to, I think we just need to make the word boycott not so easily used. You know what I'm saying? When you say let's boycott, let's not go back. Yeah, if you have another option.
That's our society now. When you talking about civil rights, and when they were using the word boycott, that shit came with a completely different meaning.
Claiborne. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just thought of it. Claiborne boycott. For all of our 9 listeners, listen to Claiborne boycott. Claiborne, I forgot what city it is, but just look up Claiborne boycott. It's a city called Claiborne. The city boycotted everything in Claiborne, and what happened is you about to look it up? Mm-hmm. Check it out. All the businesses in there that were white owned, they bowed down, and not only did they bow down, Black people opened their businesses up, and Black folks started going there. They then had a Black mayor, then they had a Black sheriff, so they ended up taking over where most of the stores in Claiborne were Black. And I'm not trying to say that Blacks have to run everything. I'm just saying if a store is not treating you fairly, don't wait for an apology. If you've gotten to that point where you feel you want to boycott them, then don't go there no more. Point blank, period. Don't go there no more because, and I'm sorry, is that enough? That's not enough. For me. Nah, because I'm sorry don't mean nothing except for, man, we missing their money. What we got to do to get them back? Nah, if those were your feelings and you had me fooled all this time, the money you made, I hope you made enough off me while I was coming there. You see it?
Yeah, Claiborne County, Mississippi.
Yeah. So if you made enough money off the money you made off me, you're not gonna make no more, man. You can't do it. When I just think we need to put more emphasis in the word boycott. It's okay, hey man. Let's stop going there for a month to show them. Let's just say stop going there.
Right.
But don't say boycott and then go back, because now you're not. To me, you're not taken seriously. All these marches where you have to get permits. Like if you want to, man, we want to protest, but I got to go downtown and apply for a permit. I got to go downtown. How effective is that shit? I got to go. They know exactly what time you're going to stop. They're going to say, man, well, whoever it is boycotting, they're going to be out here from 9 to 12. And then after that, it's business as usual. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's not effective.
It's a fucking show. It's a show. I appreciate. Let me not. I don't want to down nobody for protesting and this that. I'm just saying, stop saying boycott If you want to protest somebody, if you're trying to get your point across, you're not gonna get a point. You're not gonna get your point across in 30 days. You're not. That's not gonna. It's not gonna get your. 30 days is nothing, because if you look in your freezer right now, you probably got some shit in there that's been in there for over 30 days that you can put in the oven. If it's seasoned properly, you're gonna eat it like it was there. You know what I'm saying? If you freeze it properly, they even got them little vacuum bags. You vacuum that shit and put it away for 30 days. And guess what? If you season it right before you vacuum pack it, it's gonna taste even better in 30 days. So stop all this shit, man. If you get to a point where the man don't offend you, where you got a boycott, then don't go back. Never ever. Find someplace else to go and give them your money, man.
Yeah, I just won't say the word boycott, but I've definitely, not patronized establishments because I didn't get the service I was looking for.
Yeah.
I ain't never been back.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and that's a boycott to me. Maybe I don't know the definition. I'm not gonna look it up because it's gonna be my definition. If I go someplace and I get bad service, then I'm not going back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna use the word. To me, boycott should just be a stronger word. It should be strong. When we put that word out, we gotta let. In my opinion, if black folks put that word out, let's boycott somebody, then we should be looking for them within the next year or two to be putting boards over the windows of their establishment, because the black dollar is not going there. And we all know that we control cool, but the thing is we don't own cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We control cool, but we don't own it. But that's my opinion on that shit, man.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, the purpose of it, again, is to affect the change, right?
Right.
You're not going to, like you said, in 30 days, you're not going to see the change that you're looking for, because which you could, but we won't, because we don't have the buy-in from enough people to actually do it.
Yeah, but I mean, look who to affect change with Target. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, we not affecting change.
Yeah, you can't do that.
We change with Walmart before we affect change with Target.
You can't do it. It don't even matter if it's one of these major companies that are worldwide or nationwide, and because you boycott one Target, nah, man, that shit's not going. Or let's all not go to Target. Nah, how many people are gonna not go? Because you need people. Everybody don't have the same money.
Right.
If eggs are $3 at Target and they $7 at Giant, but look, man, I'm with y'all, but I got a family to feed. So I need those $4 eggs from Target. So I'm going to ease on in there and get these eggs and do whatever I got to do. So I'm with you on both sides. I just think that when we use the word boycott, that we have to stop going there point blank, period. If that's what we mean. The place should board up and go out of business from black dollars if we stop messing with them. Because we all know that a lot of people, it's documented, it's proven that we spend trillions of dollars. The black dollars is trillions of dollars. If we stop our black dollars from going to one place, it's gonna have an impact on that place. Because we may not be able to shut them down, but with the money that we're putting in the other place, that if you take $1 trillion from here and put it over here, it's gonna be, that place eventually is gonna have to close its doors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We spend a lot of money on Nike.
I spend a lot on. I used to spend a lot of money on Nike.
We spend a lot of money on Nike.
And the only reason I don't spend it no more is because KD's shoes are terrible. LeBron's shoes are terrible. I'm back to Air Maxes now.
Hey man, can't go wrong with Air Max.
I'm back to Maxes now. You know what I'm saying? Back to Maxes. Yeah, I'm not gonna say they terrible. They just not my flavor.
Oh no, they terrible.
Yeah,
they terrible.
It's not my flavor. Yeah,
it look like goddamn Steph Curry.
Hey, shout out Big Homie. Oh yeah, hey, and what my man, Big Homie, he called him the all white Steph Curry's. He called them the Tylenol 800s.
Shit is terrible.
Big white shoe, look like a Tylenol 800 pill. Word.
Man. Last episode, man, you said this episode we was gonna talk about your man and his Dr. Umar, his phrase, "Black queens forever, snow bunnies never."
Man, hey man, are you mad at him for it though? I think he needs to put some stats on it though, man. Because the last stat I read, and I'm gonna, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the last stat I read, and I'm not sure where it came from, what year, but I'm gonna just put it out there anyway. It said over 80% of black men are married to black women.
I used to have a real issue with biracial relationships, man.
Black and white or black and anybody?
Black and white.
Okay.
Black and white. Because I mean, black and brown is black and brown. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But black and white, yeah, that shit really used to bother me. However, now I don't look at it the same way. And particularly living fucking here, man.
Yeah, well, let me interject one more time. Black and like European white or black and
American,
not just Mexican.
European,
What about if it's Brazilian or Filipino or?
I'm cool with it.
You're cool with it.
Yeah.
So it's just black and European white, so-called European, because according to Dr. Umar, they don't have a home. So they don't have a country to call their own. So I know what you're saying. Yeah, that white.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now, like I said, now my outlook on it is different, man, because I feel like by so many of these biracial relationships, they're creating offspring that will help get us to a place where, as bad as it sounds, it'll be the elimination of the pure white race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which leads to the elimination of racism. You know,
It'll go to classism,
or,
which is
right. You know what I mean?
Is classism the same as racism?
No.
Or can it be? Do you
No.
think it will lead to be?
No, and I say that because a billionaire, whether black or white, are in the same class, and in my opinion, they'll look down on a person the same way, no matter what color of the skin that person is. A billionaire black man is going to look down on a white man the same way a billionaire white man will look down on that white man. Billionaire white man will look down on a black man the same way that billionaire. So I don't think it's different. The one thing that is different with that billionaire black man, although being in that same class, when they leave their house, regardless of how rich they are, he's still a black man.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And in the wrong situation, they can still be treated in these streets like a common black man. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. You know what's the difference, in my opinion, right now is even with black billionaires, right? Because I don't know how many there are. Let's just say Tyler, Mr. Tyler Perry, Mrs. Oprah Winfrey, Mr. Jay-Z, Sean Carter, Mr. LeBron James, Mr. Kanye West. Any other billionaires? Besides, I mean, entertainer billionaires.
Is Bob Johnson a billionaire? He's a millionaire.
I think Bob Johnson's a billionaire. Or Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's a billionaire. Well, anyway, just on and on with the entertainment billionaire, because I don't know all the ones that are billionaires that are not
right, 'cause I'm pretty
entertainers
sure
in the U.S.
Fun.
The thing is, you can take those people that we just named, and they can take their billionaire status by putting out something bad about them. You understand what I'm saying?
It's like Diddy.
Yeah. Because was Diddy a billionaire before he got jammed up?
I think he was.
Yeah. If he wasn't, he was close to, right? So they can take all those people that we just named, they can change their billionaire status to millionaire status, which is still a lot to us working class people. But they can change their status just because they control the media. I don't know how many outlets are there, whatever. How many?
They tried it with Hove.
Yeah, we don't.
They tried it,
but they just. I don't know what Hove did. I think. Well, I don't know because Hove's my favorite artist. I'm not gonna never say nothing bad about Hove, but they can change his status. You know what I'm saying? Just the little shit they put out, and you know it's yet to be investigated or whatever. They can change his status just by putting out some negative stuff. You know, and that's why I shout out to Fifth, and I shout out to Cardi B, because the people that they went after, that don't have a lot of money, and that they're actually spending more money trying to get their money from them. It's a statement thing.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? 50's on that. The girls and everybody that knows, that watches any kind of thing with that has 50 Cent in it, they know that he's not the one. He's on her ass. Cardi B with that young lady.
What is Tiara Marie?
Yeah, he's on her ass, and they on their ass. It's not. Nah, I'm not gonna pay to make her go away. I'm gonna pay to make her pay. If it costs me $5 million to get 30,000, then it is what it is. But just like they say, R. Kelly is not in jail for any kind of pedophilia. He's not in jail for anything having to do with messing with young women, to my knowledge.
R. Kelly or Puffy?
R. Kelly. R. Kelly's in there for sex trafficking.
Okay.
And the same thing Puffy's in there for. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing to do with pedophilia or none of that stuff that he's fucking with 10-year-olds or 15, well, not 10, but, young ladies under 18 years old. But he's not in jail for none of that, to my knowledge. One of our 9 listeners, please check me. I don't mind being checked. We read all of our comments. And shout out to our new sponsor, Lexus.
CS350 hybrid on the way.
Shout out to Lexus. They sponsored us. They're gonna give us a 81 Lexus. It needs a little work. Has 279,000 miles on. But we'll get in that. Yeah, we'll get in that later on. We'll get into that later on. But shout out to them. But yeah, they can change any one of those billionaire status people that I just named with just a headline, where the people who have generational wealth, you're not gonna mess with them. You can't affect their bottom line with a headline. You can't. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the difference with the black billionaires that of course the ones that I'm familiar with, which are all entertainers, and the white billionaires, or the what do you call them, people over there in the oil billionaires. Yeah. You're not gonna affect them with anything. It's not gonna affect their bottom dollar. With everybody over here to affect their bottom dollar. That's the sad part of it.
Yeah, well, that's why we gotta get rid of let's start with getting rid of racism.
And that ain't never going nowhere.
Let's start with getting rid of racism.
Yeah.
I think we will see a lot less of it with more interracial relationships, man.
Yeah.
I think we'll see a lot less of it. The older generations are still gonna have that hatred in them. But shit, how much longer they gonna be around?
Yeah, they dying out, man.
You know what I mean?
They're dying out, man. And we had I'm not gonna say his name because he might not want to be known, but it's a station manager that said some real cool shit. We were talking. He said, man, that President Trump was the white folks' last ditch effort at just holding on to a white power structure. You know what I'm saying? Because just like you just said, and like I was talking to another station manager supervisor about, and I have to apologize to him for walking out on his conversation, because I don't like to walk out on nobody, because I think my vocabulary is large enough to explain my point, but he was just being ridiculous at this point. Where he says that black folks haven't made no progress, and those were his words verbatim. That black folks haven't made no progress. Yeah, and I'm like, first of all, it's incorrect English. I don't want to get into that, but I'm like, man, how you gonna say black folks haven't made any progress? But we made plenty of. Are we as far as anybody thinks we should be or could be? No, if he said that, then I would agree with him. But to say that we haven't made any progress is asinine to me.
Absolutely.
But he was just making these crazy accusations that, I asked Mike, because he got, now I want to be facetious. I said, when was the last time you been whipped? He says, I was whipped every morning coming in. I said, Coleman, that's when I walked out. You know what I'm saying?
Whipped every morning.
That's when I walked out.
By who?
He said, I got to come to, I said, man, you making over a certain amount of money per hour, and you sitting here and you telling me while you at work what you're getting ready to do. I say the fact that you can do that is progress.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna sit here and say that we haven't made no progress? So that's when I stopped talking to him, because that means when you get to a person like that, that means they'll say anything to try to prove their point, whether it's fictitious or they're gonna stand behind it 10 toes down. So there's no need for me to conversate with that person anymore.
Yeah.
So I stopped the conversation.
Are we where we should be as a people?
No, not at all. No, not at all, man.
Absolutely fucking not.
No, not at all.
I mean, you can look at the structure of Capitol Hill and see that we're not where we should.
Yeah,
be.
but and with the statements that you made earlier about interracial relationships, and it's almost improbable. It may not be my lifetime, it may be our kids, but it's improbable for you to have an all-white person sooner or later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When these folks in the Supreme Court die out, these people, because they're old up there. I mean, old and
fuck.
you know, yeah. And I don't want to say nothing.
70s, 80s.
I ain't gonna say 70s. Hold on, 70s, because my mom and dad's 70s. But these are old. I'll say they old white folks. Old white folks who's used to the word boy, and their grandparents owned slaves.
Old white people.
Yeah, it's
People,
different.
a white 70-year-old is older than a black 70-year-old.
Right.
Okay, let me just say that.
Because my mom is moving. And shout out to my mom. Hey, ma, I love you. She brought me some salads last night. My mom is always on the go. I'm surprised she's home. And shout out to my dad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dad, his wife, Candy. I'm going to get her. We're going to leave it for our 9 listeners. She got a whole page where she's cooking. She's cooking every day. And she's doing some low sugar, low calorie, low cooking. I'm gonna leave that stuff for y'all, man. And my cousin Drina.
Cooking with who? Cooking with?
Her name's Alicia Madry. I'm not sure if that's her page, but check her out, because she's cooking.
Alicia?
I'm not sure. I don't think that's it. But she's cooking, meals for your A1Cs and all this other stuff. And my cousin Drina, she's on that real shit like Styles P. You know, and shout out to Styles P too. Check his stuff out. It's pharmacy something, but it's spelled with an F. So just look that up, and he has stuff on there.
Juice shops.
Yeah, he got a bunch of juice, but he sells all the pills and all the stuff and liquids too. That sour sop and all that sea moss and stuff that's good for you. Shout out to him. But yeah, it's impossible that we're gonna have anybody that's 100% quote unquote white in these positions in years to come, because they're not even going to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not at that prominence.
Yeah, and not at that level of thinking.
There still will be that level of thinking, but I think it'll be a lot more. And this may sound ignorant, but I think it'll be a lot more inbred shit starting to happen again, because you're going to have your pool of pure white Americans is going to be so small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, in order to keep that pureness alive, you're only going to be able to get it from one place.
Oh my God.
Your cousin.
Hey, we got sponsors, man. We got sponsors.
You had to get it from your cousin in the mobile home 2 lots over.
Hey, man, I just got a text from Lexus 80. They just dropped us. We're no longer sponsored by oldlexusvehicles.com.
Oh, man, I like seeing these little beautiful tan babies with curly hair.
Oh man, come on, man.
I love it, man.
Hey, man.
I'm happy to see it.
Shout out to Black on Black, man. Shout out to Black on Black, man.
And I'm a very comfortable in my manhood, but I like seeing these handsome brothers with these fat, ugly, melanin deprived women.
That's one thing I can say, man. One thing I can say. Hey, look it. One thing I can say, man. I'm not with that Harlem, no homo. My mind, I'm not even on that frame of thought, man. So it's okay. Like all my brothers know, and any brother that knows me. Shout out to my good brother Mickey Grayson, my other brother Phillips, my man Antonio Phillips. Yeah, he's new with the company, but his dad works there. Me and his dad, we chop it up all the time. He a real hip hop head, but and I'm just saying that to go into the no homo thing because these brothers be wearing some perfumes that are bananas, and I'm not afraid to say, hey, look, good brother, you smell good. What is that you got on? You know what I'm saying? With no kind of homosexual stuff behind it. Shout out to our homosexual follower. We got one. I think his name is Pedro. Shout out to him. Shout out Pedro and his friend Carlos. But
in the community.
Yeah. But we got this is, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to compliment, man. You ain't gotta follow that shit with no homo because I'm not even on that level when you talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Am I listening to some people and it's funny sometimes? Shout out to Doughboy because Doughboy used to say it all the time. When shit get funny, he'd be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But in the middle of a serious conversation,
you ain't got to put it in.
Yeah, you ain't got to put it in there, man. You know what I mean? You ain't got to put it in there. Not with me. You ain't got to do that with me because I'm not even on that type of shit. I'm not even on that type of time. Word. But yeah, shout out to Doughboy, man. Shout out to AD, man. Shout out to all of our stars, man. All of our stars. Get yourself a group of day twos, man. Day twos. But let's get into what you was telling me about, man.
Hey man, I guess we can have a conversation. You just brought up Pedro and his
and Carlos. Yeah. How much time we got?
I mean,
we good?
Yeah,
we Gucci?
We got time.
Hey, Gucci. Hold on, one more time. Shout out to my boy. Go ahead. I'll shout him out in a second.
So, I posed a question, right?
Uh-huh.
We need our 9 listeners to chime in.
All 9 of y'all.
All 9.
Chime in.
If you're a straight man and you're attracted, or you find yourself attracted,
oh God,
to a transgendered woman,
whoa,
are you a gay man? And when I say transgendered woman, I'm not talking drag. I'm not talking about some dude that said I identify as a woman now and dresses up as a woman. No, I mean fully transgendered woman that has had gender reaffirming surgery and is now like what Pinocchio said, I'm a real boy. I'm a real woman now. They done got everything done.
Oh, look, a lot of our listeners might not have graduated, so give it to us in layman's, man. That okay.
You've got your penis chopped off.
Okay.
And you got a vagina.
So they have a vagina. So a man has done everything, has a vagina now, and surgically, and breasts.
And titties. Taking hormone pills, whatever.
Okay.
They're now a transgendered real woman.
Okay.
And you're a straight man.
Okay.
Seemingly.
Mm-hmm.
But you get into a relationship with this transgendered woman. Are you a gay man?
You want to go, or you want me to go?
Nah. Your birth certificate said you was born Victor, not Victoria. So I'm going with that.
But we're not. Come on. Let's say I'm going with yours because you haven't asked me yet. Because I haven't answered my own. Okay, your thing is the person has had everything, right? The person has a vagina. Yep. The person has all female parts. Got rid of all of his male parts, and it facially it looks like a woman.
It looks like a woman.
Okay.
Look like a woman, may sound like a woman.
So because we're not checking birth certificates. We don't do that. We don't check birth certificates, right?
No.
That's kind of, we're not checking. If you ask, I think if you ask this question, right, to a person, if you say, hey man, or hey you, when you were born, were you a male or a female? And they say, hey, when I was born, I was a male, but I had all this done, and they still look like an attractive woman. Mm-hmm. I think at that point, if you choose to keep dating that person,
you're gay.
Then I think that. I think that you should have no problem with somebody saying, "Hey,
you're gay."
I'm not gonna go that far, but
Bisexual.
you shouldn't challenge anything that's being thrown at you at that point.
Okay.
If that person had told you, if you asked them, and they said that they were a man at birth, and none of your feelings changed, if you were like, "Hey man, fuck this shit. This nigga here, this nigga got good conversation." And
good man pussy.
Yeah. I'm just saying you shouldn't challenge anything that's coming at you, man. You shouldn't challenge nothing, any negative connotation, any slurs. You just shouldn't challenge it. You should just move on.
So what if you've already established this relationship with this person? Because again, we don't ask that question, right? You don't get into a relationship and say, "Hey, you know what was the sex on your birth certificate?" That's not a question we ask.
Right.
You see this young lady.